Hi, I'm Chris. I'm the Head of Professional Development at Consilium Academies, and I'm Head of the new Centre for Professional Learning. You've hopefully read and seen some information about what the Centre for Professional Learning is. And what I'd like to talk to you about is how we actually put that offer together. How did we decide what content to include and how to structure the offer for you? Well, we've had conversations with colleagues across the Trust. We've engaged in staff voice exercises that have been going on for the past academic year, and we've been engaging in the best evidence out there in terms of what makes for really effective and also ineffective professional development to help us build this offer. So thinking about some of those conversations that I've been having with you as I've been going around the Trust, and some of the conversations that you've been having with other colleagues on the team. Some of the big themes that come out are that you really value professional development, and you think it's important and you want more of it and you want it to be as good as it possibly can be. We also see that you recognise that really effective professional development has a direct link to how successful we are at achieving our mission as a trust and improving the life chances of our students. And finally, we hear that you really want professional development to be as relevant as possible to you and your role, for it to be as bespoke and individualised as it can be. And all of those messages are really heartening, because I think they link really closely with what the literature tells us about what really great professional development is and what it can be. In terms of the specific studies and references, we're going to cover that in a blog post, but just some of the key messages for you. Firstly, really great professional development helps people to feel a sense of well-being at work. It means we're more likely to recruit fantastic colleagues and retain them. And it actually means that outcomes for pupils are better. One study which has been used very widely in education shows us that schools in the top quartile of supportiveness in terms of creating a great environment for professional development achieve outcomes for pupils that are almost 40% better than those schools that are in the bottom quartile. So that's a huge impetus for us to put together as comprehensive an offer as possible for you. The other thing that we know is that professionals over time create habits and shortcuts in order to help them do their job more efficiently. Now, this is great and it's really helpful, and it means that as an experienced professional, you can probably do lots of things in your job more quickly and more efficiently than you could on the very first day you were doing that job. But it also poses a bit of a challenge once we're training and developing more experienced colleagues. It means that to really push through and get to improvement, often we need to amend or change really ingrained habits. So what does this mean for what great professional development looks like? Well, it should be iterative, it should be gradual, and it should help you master and develop one really precise, discrete skill at a time, rather than you being overloaded with lots and lots of feedback that can be confusing and gets lost. So the penultimate piece of the puzzle is motivation. We know that colleagues are motivated to invest in themselves and invest in others when they feel a sense of mastery or competence in their role, when they feel a sense of autonomy and ownership of their own professional development, when they feel a sense of relatedness or being connected to other colleagues, and when there's a real sense of purpose and mission behind the work that they do. And I really hope that you recognise that in the offer we've put together, we've thought carefully about all of those things. I really hope that by developing colleagues iteratively, precisely and gradually, that you'll get that sense of competence and mastery of your role, which makes you feel more motivated and energised to come and work with our students each day. I hope that the professional development review process, which replaces the summative performance management process we had before, helps you feel a sense of ownership. You're in charge of what direction you go in and how you get there. And I really hope that the networks and opportunities to work with other colleagues help you feel more connected into and a sense of relatedness with colleagues across the Trust. And of course, given the work we do, improving the life chances of young people, I hope that moral driving force and sense of mission shines through really strongly. The final piece of the puzzle I want to talk about is culture. In order to do all of this work, we all need to feel really open to feedback and to development. And we also need to feel comfortable feeding back to and developing others. That requires trust. It requires openness and honesty about where we need support. And I hope that I can model openness to feedback by saying that I really welcome any feedback that you have on this offer and how it could be improved and developed. So that's some of the thinking that's gone into this. I'm really excited to launch the Centre for Professional Learning. I'm really excited to get going with this, and I'm looking forward to working with all of you. Thank you.